Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Chosen Wizdom and this is Chosen Wizdom Football. This is your Manchester United versus Manchester City pre-match build-up. Of course, we have the reaction to Ruben Amorim's press conference where he has declared, he has admitted, he has confirmed, people, that BAYINDIR, yes, BAYINDIR will start against Manchester City, not Mainz, as I expected. Also, he has spoken about Andre Onana. He has also confirmed that Mason Mount, Cunha and Dalot are out. They are out of the Manchester derby, which means, people, we're going to have to start with a striker. Either Zirkzee or Sesko will potentially, guys, start against Manchester City. There's a lot for us to get through. We have Ruben Amorim's pre-match press conference and the quotes coming out of that press conference, as well as looking ahead for the match, looking ahead towards the match. How are we going to do? Who's going to start? What's the formation going to be? Who's going to win the game? What kind of game are we expecting on Sunday, guys? I'm not going to lie, I can't wait. The anticipation from my perspective is really, really high. Big up the chat as usual before we start the show. Big up BB in the show. There we go, guys. Let's get into it. Big up the chat. I hope everybody is doing well. Big up everybody, actually, who jumped in the chat yesterday. Yesterday was our first live show. Me and Mainz had a live show yesterday called Thursday Therapy, United Therapy. Very interesting conversations we had. I'm pretty sure you guys were in the chat. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Mainz, if I want to say it politely, Mainz is chaos. I think I'm more controlled, but to have a conversation with Mainz, as you guys can see, is rather chaotic. He has definitely different opinions to me. His attitude, his behavior, everything about him is just completely different to me. I enjoyed the show still, had a lot of laugh. A lot of things happened during the show. Power cuts, apparently. But yeah, I think it was nice. Big up the chat in the show. You guys were doing your thing. You guys were making me laugh. You guys were cracking me up. So yeah, I think it was a decent show. I think we're going to get better. It's going to get better. My plan is to have more shows. My plan is to eventually have a show where you guys call in and I chop it up with you guys, with the chat. That is my goal. That's the next thing to do. Mainz is somebody that I've known for a long time, and he's always wanted to have a show with me. 2 years ago, he's been asking me to have a show. So I said to him, when I do a show, I'm going to contact you first. And I'm a man of my word. So I hope you guys enjoyed that show yesterday. But let's get into it, guys. Manchester United against Man City. Big up TK as well in the chat. 2 days to go before we slap those guys up, people. I can't wait. I'm confident. I don't know why, guys, but I am confident. Even after the injuries, and we're going to get into the injuries, I am slightly confident. Yes. Big up BB. Before I jump in, let me quickly see what the chat is saying. British Bulldog is saying, this is why I wanted Martinez. We needed a first choice. BB's making a point there. Big up TK in the chat. Yesterday, Mainz pulled an Onana and underwhelmed. Mainz, mum walk to the breaker and flick it with your hair. You guys are crazy. But yeah, all right, guys, let's get straight into it, man. What has this manager said in his press conference? The talking point, the major point, in my opinion, who is going to start in goal? We spoke about it yesterday. Is it going to be BAYINDIR or is it going to be Mainz? I said to you guys that I know this manager. I know what he's like. And I said to you that BAYINDIR would start. I had a feeling Binder would start. I had a feeling he wouldn't throw the goalkeeper straight in to this big Manchester derby after 1 week of. I just didn't feel right. So he has come out and he said Binder will start in goal for Manchester United on Sunday. That has been confirmed. Mainz will not start. I don't know how the chat feels. I know some of you guys didn't want Mainz anyway, and they wanted a first choice goalkeeper. And it's interesting how he kind of managed the question, because one of the questions in the press conference related to the fact that, didn't you want someone for now? And he kind of said, Amram kind of responded by saying that he's for the future, but right now he can still compete with Binder. And Amram spoke like it's a competition. It's not a given that he will just walk into the team. He said that he will have to compete with Binder for now, but also alluding to the fact that he's going to be, or has the potential to be, our goalkeeper for the next 2 or 3 years. When I watched this interview, guys, it seemed as if this manager wanted more experience. He did sound like what he wanted was similar to some people in the chat. I think Ruben Amorim, and just my opinion, people, I think he probably wanted Martinez a bit more.
Playing goal on Sunday, yeah.
And I think the club as a whole went for Mainz and convinced Ruben to accept Mainz. The way Ruben spoke, it kind of made me feel that he would prefer a goalkeeper with broad shoulders who can handle the weight of Manchester. That's what he kept saying. He alluded to the fact that Onana is a really good goalkeeper, really good for Inter Milan, made some good saves for us, but under the pressure, under the lights of Manchester United, he crumbled. So he spoke about having a goalkeeper, bringing in a goalkeeper for now who could handle this moment, this specific moment of toxicity, of turmoil, of pressure. He wanted somebody with broad shoulders for now. That's how he spoke in the press conference. And it made me feel like, maybe Ruben was pushing for Martinez while the club wanted more Mainz. That's the impression I got anyway. But it could just be me. I don't know if you guys in the chat agreed. But Binder will start. Mainz will be on the bench competing with Binder. So that is official. That is confirmed. There you are on the screen. As you can see, that's his quotes regarding Onana. Very respectful. You know, sometimes it's hard to point out why the performance, the moment, the bad luck in some moments was hard on him. So he also alluded to the fact that, you know what? Yes, his performances have been up and down. He's the one to blame, but also the luck, the moment, everything. And we wish Andre all the best. Very mature, as you would do. A manager, he doesn't hate Andre Onana. Andre Onana hasn't done anything personal to him. Unlike the fans, who are just giving it to Onana, giving it, taking it out of context. Manager's like, listen, I don't hate the guy personally. Just that he's not good enough. I wish him all the best. Very, very well said, Ruben Amorim. I really, really expect that. So, also, moving on, guys, on the injury front. Cunha, Mount, and Diogo Dalot will not play against Manchester City. They're not in. They're not fit, and they will not take any part in the game. Woo! Three players, guys, who regularly start for us. 3 starting players, whether you like Diogo Dalot on the left wing back position or not. He starts for us often. Cunha starts for us, and so does Mount. These players are not in. So, people, who are we going to start? Who are we going to start, people? Are you still confident, if you were ever confident, that we're still going to win, even without those 3? How long are these guys out for? The manager didn't really give us a time limit. I believe Cunha and Mount will be back. I think all 3 players will be back sooner than later, but they're not fit for this game, people. So we're going to have to start thinking about what kind of team this manager is going to put out there without his boy Mount and without Cunha. Is it a good thing, people? I'm not asking, is it a good thing that these guys are injured? That's not what I'm saying. But could this force this manager now to play more attacking style, to actually start a striker rather than start Cunha up front? We surely, guys, are going to see either Zirkzee or Sesko start the game. Surely. Yeah. All right. So that's the news. Those are the two big talking points from the interview. It's interesting. In the interview, he does say that Cunha is pushing hard to return. He kind of alluded that, his words, if you ask Cunha if he can play, Cunha would say, yes, he can. But we, as a club, need to take precautions with him. When he said that, I thought to myself, could Cunha be on the bench then? You know them ones where he's not going to start, but could we see Cunha on the bench? On a little sly one. That's what I'm thinking. But very, very interesting, people. The manager also said he's not worried about Manchester City's start because the journalists try to say Man City have had a bad start. Are they going to be easier to beat? So on and so forth. And the manager said, listen, it doesn't matter where they are on the table. There's only been 3 games. It doesn't matter how bad they started. This is a derby game. So forget all that. He also said he doesn't know how City are going to play. What kind of formation, what kind of system. He doesn't know, but we are prepared. We are, apparently, according to our manager, prepared for all possibilities and all outcomes. All right, Ruben? Okay, that is good news. Yeah, we are the better team. If you see the data, we are the better team. We are ready to play the game, but we need to show it on Monday. I think he meant Sunday. But that is essentially the press conference. Those are the main quotes coming out of the press conference. He also was asked about academy players and carried on the tradition of including academy players as part of the match day squad. And he went on to say that he doesn't want to be the manager that breaks that tradition, and he wants to carry on that tradition of including youngsters in the match day squad, which is a good thing. Me personally, I'm not too fussed about including academy players just for the sake of including academy players, because it's the thing. Include academy players if they are good enough. Don't just do, let's bring these academy players and include them because I get it, Man United tradition and all these things, but I'm not really bothered about these things. Not really. But he's confirmed that he will continue that tradition. So good stuff. Which leads me perfectly onto the team. People. Big up Shivam in the chat. Big up Shivam. All right. I've made 2 different teams for Sunday. I've made the team that I want, and I've made a team that I think Ruben Amorim will pick. This team that you can see is the team that will start the game. If this team does not start the game on Sunday, I will be very surprised. As we know, he does like to play Bruno or Mount in that left 10. So you will see Mainz and Bruno swap positions during the game, as he likes to do. That will happen. And either Zirkzee or Sesko will start up front. I reckon, given how he speaks about the league and getting used to the league and all these things, Zirkzee is probably my pick. The only position I think that's in doubt is probably maybe Zirkzee for Sesko. I think, knowing this manager and how Ruben thinks and how he set up before, this is going to be the team that starts against Man City. I would be very surprised if we don't start a team similar to this. Very, very surprised. Very, very surprised. Let me quickly check out the chat, see what you guys are saying. Scroll up. Yesterday, the show had everything: hobbits, giant laptops, power cuts, cat pillows, but no bunnies. TK, did anyone else see Onana's attempt to stop the ball against Cape Verde? Cameroon lost as a result. So glad Onana is no longer here. He was thrown a bottle at after by a fan he shoved. I didn't see the goal. I didn't see that moment at all, TK. Shame. I didn't see that. I didn't get the context of the video. I also was a guy, him shove a guy and the guy throw something at him. He wanted Martinez. British Bulldog says he wanted, yeah. I have a feeling he did want Martinez, British Bulldog. I agree with you in that one, bro. 100. TK said Dallo not playing makes us stronger. I agree, TK. I'm not the biggest fan of Dallo playing wing back. I think you guys in the chat already know that. British Bulldog said we win the next, BB, get out of there. We win the next 5 games. Get out of there, BB. Get out of there. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows, British Bulldog? We will see. Am I alone in thinking we will be all right? We seem to have a little more depth. Yeah, TK, like I said, yeah, for some reason, I'm not, I say for some reason, but I know the reason. But figure of speech. For some reason, I'm not scared of Man City. Man City have their own injury problems, guys. And their injury list is probably longer than ours at this time. Big up Shivam. We got 10-10s. We're good. Shivam starting 11 will be Bayindir, Euro, Delit, Shaw, Mainz, Mazraoui, Mainu, Cass, Dorgu, Mbeumo, Bruno, Sesko, Ahmad, Zirkzee, and Ugarte off the bench. Interesting. Big up Shivam. British Bulldog says, I disagree. Too many traditions have been lost. We are shadow of the club we was. I hear that, British Bulldog. I hear that. Shivam says, TK is the manager. We cannot do anything. Heaven ain't ready. What we are doing with 70 million player Sesko. Why you have him in the bench? It's over a month now. He should start every match, says Shivam. I hear you, Shivam. I hear you. Based on the amount of money we spent on Sesko, I understand that totally. By the way, did you see who lost the ball? It was Baleba with the blunder leading to the goal. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? I didn't even see, guys. So Baleba lost the ball and Cape Verde scored. So was it an Onana mistake or did they just score? Quite interesting. Anyway, like I said, that I think will be the team. The only change I believe that the manager could make that is different to my team that I have here is maybe start Sesko for Zirkzee. All right. But based on what I've seen before, I think he will start this team, guys, or very, very close to this team. However, this is a team I want him to start. This is my team. Yeah. And in my team, I've said, now that I know that the manager is starting Bayindir, my head is like, because yesterday I was like, weighing things up in my mind. Lemens Bayindir, oh, blah, blah, blah. Now, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Put Lemens in. So this is my team. I'm like, listen, start Lemens, kick Shaw, put Heaven in. I don't care if it's against Man City. Put him in. Start with your midfield 2. That's fine. Start with Ahmad and Dorgu. Great. And then go attack. Go attack. Start with Zirkzee in the left 10, Mbeumo right 10, and Sesko up front. That will be my team. Go and get Man City. They are a gazelle in the Serengeti, in the African plains, who is wounded. Man City right now remind me of that animal, and us, we're lions. and we're surrounding the animal and we're ready. The animal's bleeding. YouTube, this is not too graphic, so shut up. Don't try to block this stuff. Yeah. And we're just there licking our lips. I don't care. Start this team and go and get Man City. Like all this 4-0s and 5-1s, like Man City beat Man United 4-1 and 5-1s, all of these stupidness. Liverpool beat Man United 7-2. No, it's time for us now. Why can't we beat Man City 4-1, 5-1? Why can't we slap Liverpool 5-0? Start on the front foot. Don't be scared. Don't be defensive. Dalot is out, so you can't play a defensive player at wing back anymore. You have to play Dorgu. So that decision's been taken away from you. You probably start Ahmad. So Sesko and Zirkzee apparently are fit. Start them. Start them. Attack Man City. I don't care. I don't care, guys. Let's do it. Let's not be scared. So that's my thing. That's my team, people. And like I said, I think we can do it, guys. I think Man City are there. They're there for the taking, people. There's nothing to be scared of Man City these days. Nothing. Let me quickly see the chat. Shivam says Onana just did not charge. It was 1-on-1. So Baleba and Onana both at fault. TK says Baleba lost it and the striker ran onto Onana. Onana pretended he was a speed bump and laid down. Easy skull. TK's team. Let's see what TK's team is. Sesko and Zirkzee at strikers. As in, are you changing the formation then? TK. Sesko and Zirkzee at strikers. Ahmad Mbumo and Bruno. Mainu, Dorgu in the middle. Euro, Dillit, Heaven at back. Lemons in the net. Yeah. So, I think your team is the same as my team, right? Your team sounds the same personnel, but yours is 3-5-2. Okay, I get you. So, yeah, you start like that, TK. Nah, you wouldn't put. But something. The point is, that's what TK would do. He would do something similar to that. Potentially. Yeah, he's got Ahmed. Shivam says, what if we beat City 4-1 or 5-1? It will be a massive statement and will shut many mouths. Listen, I have doubts over this system. I've analysed the system and I'm pretty sure after this match, guys, I will do my tactical analysis and breakdown. I have reservations, but I've also, and I've been honest, I'm not gonna lie. I've seen times where I'm like, okay, I see what's going on here. I see how this could be good. But I just feel like this system needs so like specific players with a specific profile. And I just feel like unless we get those players, why can't our manager just be a bit more flexible? A bit more flexible in his approach. That's what I'm saying. So, if we beat Man City 4-1, 5-1, and listen, I think we could. This will be a massive statement. I can see, as usual, Man City trying to dominate possession. Trying to dominate possession as we know they do, right? In the middle of the park. But one thing that we have now, hopefully that we didn't have before, is the efficiency on the counter-attack. We haven't seen it too much. But I believe Bryan Mbeumo, because that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do, guys. We're going to get the ball, slap to Bryan Mbeumo. And we're going to hopefully have Bryan Mbeumo hold it up for us. Or maybe try to put him through on goal. We're going to have Lenny Euro and Luke Shaw, right and left centre-back. We're going to get them stepping out. And we're going to get them going straight, direct to our strikers. We know this manager will do that. At Sporting, his system was so efficient from defense to attack. He would do it very quickly. We're still very much a transition team, Man United. And with the likes of Mbeumo, the likes of Cunha, the likes of Ahmad, I think we can hurt Man City on that transition. That's where I think the game's going to go. I think it's going to do Man City, have your possession, pass the ball around. Man United, get back into your low block. Defend, get the ball, look for Brian and Bumo, and then we attack from there. That's how I see the game panning out. And if I reckon if we score the first goal, we'll win the game. We'll win the game. So, as I said, guys, I'm quite optimistic. If we lose, we lose. But City are there for the taking, guys. They are. Let me see the chat quickly. British Bulldogs team. Parker, Rio, Stam, Irwin, Kanchelskis, Robson, Cantona, Rooney, Giggs. TK says, if you got Cass on, or if you, then go 3-1-4-2 and have Casemiro play stopper in front of Delete. Okay. Shivam says, oh, all right, cool. Yeah, so let me know, guys, what you're saying. Let me know how you're feeling about the game. Like I said, I'm quite optimistic about the game. Man City, I've watched them play already a few times this season. And Man City are a team where when it's flowing for them, when it looks good for them, it looks good. Mamouche and Cherky and all these guys and Reinders, when it looks good, it looks good. But, guys, they're still fragile. They're not secure at the back at all. At all. And I'm not going to lie. Without, what's his name? Oh, my man's gone blank. Who's a centre mid that's been injured all last season? Rodri. Without Rodri, they look fine. They look smelly. They look very smelly. Listen, look at the results anyway. Let's see what's going on here, because is that the head-to-head? That's the head-to-head. I don't like the 53 wins for Man City versus 64 wins for Man United. I don't like that. It shouldn't be that close. It should not be that close, but it is what it is. 50 draws each. Oh, so the draw's a draw. You know, I'm like, what, 50 draws each? I'm like, yeah, my brain. All right, fair enough. Go down. What happened the last few seasons? 0-0. 2-1 to Man United. That was at the Etihad. Last season we beat them 2-1 at the Etihad. I remember that game. Yeah, I remember that game. 1-0, 2-1, 3-1. All right. So over the last 2 years, it hasn't been crazy results. The last crazy result actually was 2022, 6-3 to Man City. Oh, I remember that game, guys. I remember that game, people. Oh, flipping now. Sitting and watching that 6-3 game was like torture, bro. You know when you're just getting punched up, left hook, right hook, jab to the chest, jab to the stomach, and you just can't defend. Bro, that game was crazy. I remember that game. That was trauma. 4-1. So over the last 2-3 years, the scoreline between Man United and Man City has been quite close-ish. It hasn't been crazy. You know, there's no fresh wounds like the 7, whatever that was against Liverpool. You know, that's to me, that's fresh. You know? Yeah. Drew, we won. So, actually, over the last 2 years, we've had just as good results against Man City as Man City has had against us. And we've been rubbish. And we haven't had some of the players that we have now. So when you factor that in, when you factor the fact we do have better players now, when you factor in the fact that right now, like I said, Man City are a wounded animal, why can't we beat them? Why can't we beat them? Why can't we? There's no reason. No reason. So I'm going to go all out and say, do you know what? I expect to win now. Am I talking too much? Am I getting too giddy, people? Am I getting too giddy? I now expect a 2-1 Man United win. maybe even 3-1. That's what I'm thinking, guys. So, big up the chat. Big up the chat. Let me see what the chat is saying before we leave. Vidic is the only defender to win 2 Premier. Wait, have I missed something? Let me scroll up. Yeah, Turkish Shivam. Yeah, Scholes. Yeah, Ronaldo was a winger at United, no striker like Madrid. He loses at it gigs in my team. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Beach Bulldog. Giggs is the. I think Giggs, yeah, is the greatest Manchester United player over the last 30 years. I know we've had Ronaldo, I know we've had Scholes, but when I think about Giggs, I don't just think about Giggs' talent, yeah. I also have to add in his longevity. I also got to include the fact that man started at 17 and Giggs played central midfield at 40. Didn't he come back and play centre mid at 40 years old for Man United? Bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think Cristiano Ronaldo could go from playing the wing to playing central midfield, bro. I don't think he could do that. Giggs, yeah. Giggs is the guy, bro. I don't care. Giggs is the guy. Shivam said Vidic is the only defender to win 2 Premier League Prem Player of the Year, which Salah won recently. Oh, also on few who won twice. Vidic is a legend. I never knew Vidic won it twice, Shivam. That's interesting. TK says 2-2 draw. Sorry, I need to be realistic and set a lower bar. I like that, TK. Be pessimistic, yeah. Be realistic, so as you say. So if we do win, sometimes I do this. I set the low bar, so when we do win, it's like, oh my God, I didn't think we're going to win. It feels better. But if you set the bar of, we're going to win. And if you don't win, that feeling is shit. So I get it. Manage your damn expectations, guys. Manage it. Yeah? I could pick the team 3 times over easy. We had some great players, says British Bulldog. Shivam says 3-1 United or 4-2, but can be a boring game with 1-0. I think we've seen a few boring Man City, Man United games, but they've always usually, actually, I wouldn't say always, but they usually have goals. City used to beat us regularly when they was the real City, pre the money. I'll go the other way around. I feel like City used to beat us, only start beating us when they had money. I feel like when City didn't have the money, we were the ones punching them up a bit more, maybe. Delap out for 10 to 12 weeks. But does it matter though? Does it really matter? I mean, Delap comes on off the bench. They start with the Brazilian, right? What's his name? Chelsea play with that Brazilian. Oh, my brain. From Brighton. The Brazilian got from Brighton. They start with him usually. But Chelsea are in loads of competition, so they do rotate, to be fair. Sad for Delap. Glad we got Sesko, says Shivam. No. Shivam, Wiz, what do you think will be transfer fee of Giggs, Rooney, Scholes, Vidic, Rio in today's market? Bro, that's crazy because that's an interesting question, Shivam, because back then they were already expensive. Let's not pretend that Rooney was 28 million, wasn't it? Rio was about 26 million. And that was back then. So back then we were breaking records. I think we broke the record when we got Rio. And so I believe Vidic was cheap. I think Vidic was 15 million at the time. Evra was 5 million at the time. I think wasn't Rooney towards the 30 millions. And so was and Rio was about 27 million. So those two were already at the top end. So now, if we're gonna buy a player like Rooney now, 150 minimum. Minimum 150. Rio, a defender. Rio, you're spending. How much did we get Lenny Euro? We got Lenny Euro for 60, 70 million, right? So Rio, right now, 70, 80 million pounds. At least. That's what I think anyway. Giggs, what would be Giggs worth now? Giggs, prime gigs right now, minimum 100, 120, 130. Yeah. The thing is, gigs is better than Isak. One thing I know for sure, yeah, is that I think some of the quality of some of the players back then could stand up, and it is higher than the quality of some of the players now. 100%. I agree with that. Apparently there's breaking news from your best journalist people, Indicalia. So as usual, take this how you want to take this, because it is from Indicalia. They've said Man United are in talks to play a series of lucrative midweek friendlies in order to fill the gaping void left by the lack of European football. All right, let's read on, guys. This is the first time I've heard of this, so let's. Matches could be played in front of paying crowds, like in the UAE. United, with 11-3 midweeks before Christmas, made about 7.8 million during their Asia tour, boosting their finances for the summer transfer window. This is wild. Is this normal? This is very strange, people, if this is true. We will play midweek games because of our lack of European football. So this guy will say, oh, it's good that we're not in Europe. It's good. One game a week is beautiful. One game a week is great. And now we've gone from saying that to be like, do you know what? Do you know what? Do you actually know what? We need to play more than one game a week. We actually need to recoup some money. One game a week and not being in Europe and being kicked out of this, of the EFL already, we're not going to get a lot of money. We're thinking about our gate receipts. Let's start playing friendlies in midweek and, charging people £10,000 or something to come and watch us. Very, very interesting, people. Listen, Indicalia are saying it. It's coming from the Mirror Football as well. I don't know. I'm only just saying it because it's been brought to my attention. I don't know if this is true, but let's find out if, Pedro, there you go, Pedro. Shivam helped me out there. It was Pedro I was talking about. They start Pedro mostly at Chelsea. But this is crazy, guys. As usual, I'm not going to, go too hard on it until someone else starts talking about it with a bit more clout, let's say, than Indicalia. But if it is true, it'll be interesting to find out what my chat thinks about this stuff. But yeah, guys, I'm excited for Sunday, man. I'm excited. Let's go and look at all the games anyway. Let's look through the games quickly. Let's ask AI, you know me. Let's ask artificial intelligence about this friendly stuff quickly before we move on. Based on recent reports and their current fixed schedule, Man United are considering playing it's true. What? Considering midweek friendlies during the 2025-26 season? Man United's lack of participation in European football competitions and their early exit from that. Yeah, that's what I said. Carabao Cup has created AC Milan, Lazio, Sevilla, and RB Leipzig. Oh, it's all starting to make, because we've already agreed with Leipzig to do a friendly at the end of the season. And it's interesting that Leipzig is also another club in a similar position. So it sounds as if we could be doing friendlies behind closed doors, potentially with certain football clubs, and selling tickets to get some money, some pocket change. Yeah, what kind of money are we gonna get? Like, it's not a stadium, or unless it's gonna be at Old Trafford. Guys, anyway, let's not talk about this anymore, because loads of hypotheticals, ifs and buts, and all these things. But that's just breaking news, apparently. So you guys know that now. Take with the information what you want to take with that information. No, just the fixtures, this weekend fixtures. Let's see what the chat is saying quickly before we go. British Bulldog says City used to give us a game, so did Liverpool. All the years we was top, there was bobbins. Do you know what? Yes, British Bulldog. When I think about City, I think about the original City, the first City with money. As in, was it Mark Hughes? I can't remember. Was it Mark Hughes and stuff, and Adebayor and Craig Bellamy's? and all those sort of players and James Milner's. You know, Eddie Black says we need to start steady and not all guns blazing because we don't want the team to burn out. Good point. We do, Eddie. We do start quickly. One thing that is true, and we can all see, is that when we start, we actually try to start quickly. We try to start quickly. I don't think that's going to change, but I do notice United after about 20 minutes of a football match, we do sort of like get tired a little bit. I do notice that, and that's something that we need to sort out. Eddie says, has Delap even scored yet? I don't think he has. Not in the Premier League, I don't think, Eddie. Unless I'm wrong, guys. Am I wrong? Shivam says, I often laugh seeing Isak go for 150 million euros. Rooney should be at least 250 and Giggs 180. Yeah, it's crazy. The thing is, that's why a lot of the players, the yesteryear players, a lot of them have a resentment. Imagine missing out on those big monies. Obviously, those monies go to the clubs, but it's player wages as well. Player wages. They missed out. Some of these footballers missed out on some nice monies. Some of the footballers back then, they're going broke right now. They didn't look after their money properly. And they're looking at all these youngsters with their millions and they're thinking, oof, I played the same sport as you just 5-10 years ago. And I never got paid anywhere near as much as you do. So I understand that feeling from the old guard to the new. You can look at that sort of sentiment, not just in sport, just in life. Old people looking at young people saying, look at these young people. They get to do what they want. They get to live a life that I couldn't live. You get that sentiment in all walks of life, in all industries, just in general anyway. But in football, you definitely get it. 100%. Rooney's the best English player I've seen. He would be priceless. Bro, Rooney, yeah? Rooney's that guy that did everything. Rooney could dribble with the ball. He could dribble with the ball at his feet. He could cover grass. He was strong, skillful. He could shoot. He could pass the ball, short pass, long pass. Rooney's that guy, yeah? When I say I want footballers who, yes, they play positions, but they don't care. It's just, a grass is the grass. So no matter where you are, you pick the ball up and you play your game. Rooney's that guy. Now, you play him on the left of the front three. You play him on the right of the front three. You play him in the middle. You play him as a 10. Because he's so good at football, he will do the job, bro. We even push, even though I didn't really like it that much, Rooney playing centre mid, even that was all right. When Rooney was playing centre mid, Rooney was just Van Gaal? Yeah, when he was playing centre mid for Louis Van Gaal, spraying the ball around. You know, just spraying. Was it his ball to Van Persie? When Van Persie scored that goal, that left foot, first time goal. Guys, was it Rooney's pass? That lofted pass to Van Persie, then Van Persie hit it first time with his left foot. That sick goal. Was that Rooney's ball? It might not be, but it might not be. BB says, think about it. Champions League, Sparta, Rotterdam, Bobbins League, AC. They would make 20 to 30 mil if they have a series of games. All right, BB. Listen, if it means we got more money for transfers, then it is what it is, I guess. You know, but it's just quite interesting. Shivam says, but that's what United was in the earlier days. We killed the game in the first 20. Yeah, we did that a lot. We scored first, we attacked the team, and we punched them twice in their face. Punch a team twice in their face, don't let them recover, and then coast the rest of the game. We did that a lot back then. TK says he simulated the game on FIFA 3 times just now with the lineup that Amorim might field. 2-1 City, 2-2, and then 1-1 were the scores. All right, FIFA. FIFA can go suck his mother. That's what FIFA can do, bro. Go suck your mother, FIFA. The bomber. That's what I'm telling you, man. Shivam says, TK, try my starting lineup. Is that what we're doing there? I'm like, TK, plug in these variables. Plug in these variables, TK, and run that shit again, motherfucker. Run that shit back. That's what Shivam's saying. Mazraoui for Ahmad. Then bring Ahmad off the bench. There's a lot. All right. Rooney was a decent keeper. Yeah, yeah, and Rooney didn't Rio? Was it Rio who went in goal as well? Didn't Rio Ferdinand go in goal after we had a goalkeeper sent off as well, guys? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, quickly before we go, there's other news as well. Should we? Let's quickly go through the fixtures. Let's quickly predict um the fixtures, guys, just for a little fun. Just a little fun, because we haven't actually, as a community, looked at the whole weekend fixtures before. We've just never done that. We've just focused on Man United, which is fine. But and also it gives TK time to run his simulation. You know, we need TK to do his thing. So Arsenal, Forest, uh, Arsenal surely. Arsenal gonna win this game. I don't really feel like we need to have a discussion about if Arsenal should beat Forest. So I'm gonna go with Arsenal. I don't know about you guys. I'll go with Arsenal with that one. Um, Newcastle Wolves. I'm gonna go with Newcastle. Newcastle win that one. Newcastle Wolves. Let me know what you guys are saying as well in the chat with regards to these games. Um, Burnley Brighton or Bournemouth Brighton. Ooh. All right, fuck it. I'm gonna go boom. I'm gonna go draw. I'm gonna go draw. Oh no, I shouldn't actually go draw. Bournemouth Brighton. Yeah, I'm gonna go draw. Bournemouth Brighton. I'm gonna go draw. So Arsenal win. Newcastle beat Wolves. Bournemouth Brighton draw. I think Everton Aston Villa. Everton have started well, guys. I like. Listen, listen. It's no secret. I am a fan of Jack Grealish. Everton Aston Villa. I don't know, people. Oh, I'm gonna go Everton. Fuck it. I'm gonna go Everton. Just about 2-1 or something. Palace Sunderland. Oh, this is difficult because Sunderland are that championship team, yeah, that I think will do well in the Premier League. I don't think they'll go down, but I don't know. I don't know, people. So what are people saying? I'm thinking a draw. I'll go with a draw with Palace and Sunderland. Yeah. I'll go with the draw. Fulham Leeds. Oh, why don't we do the Sky Super Six thing? And if we win, share the winnings 35% to me though. Fulham Leeds, people. What were you saying? Fulham against Leeds. Fulham. I go Fulham. West Ham, Tottenham. Tottenham lost their last game and they didn't look good, guys. This might be a season where Tottenham look good, then they look crap, then they look good, then they look crap. West Ham, I'm gonna be brave here. I'm gonna say Tottenham are gonna win away against West Ham. And Brentford, Chelsea. Chelsea. Yeah, but I want Brentford to go down. I'm anti Brentford right now. I'm so anti Brentford. Liverpool, Burnley, Liverpool. I ain't got to, and Man City, Man United, Man United. There you go. Those are my predictions. Um, Let me know what you guys are thinking. Anyway, let's quickly finish off with the latest bit of news. I don't know what you guys are thinking about this one because, yep, apparently, according to Fabrizio Romano, people, Manchester United want to discuss a new contract with the forever injured Martinez. Lord, take me now. 1 minute, we're hearing that Man United are back. We're being serious. We're being strict. 2 years, then you're out. All of these things. Onana out. All of these bomb squad. All of these things. And then in the same breath, we're hearing that this guy who hasn't played a game for about a year, played 5 games last year, played 5 games the year before. Apparently, we're just trying to offer him a new contract. And I'm like, oh, listen, Martinez is not a bad footballer. I'm not even talking. It's not even about that. It's about the fact that I truly believe he's done at the highest level physically. I don't think he's there. Since he came back from Argentina, from international duty, when they won the World Cup, he hasn't been the same. He's more or less been injured since then. And his contract expires in 2027. So he's still got 2 years left. So why would you want to? All right, I'm done with this story now. It's annoying me. I'm done with that story. Next story. The next story, please. Because I don't even though Fabrizio Romano is saying it, unless I see factually Man United have offered him a contract, I'm gonna choose to cover my ears and do this, because it doesn't make any sense to me objectively why we would even be thinking about trying to offer him a new contract. This man here is right now on the hospital bed, and we're gonna go to the hospital bed and hi there, Martinez. I know you're always injured, but we want to give you more money and a longer contract. How does that make sense? So let's move on. Multiple Manchester United insiders say Mazraoui is the best signing United have made in years. There are several reasons for this. So guys, let me know if you agree with what is being said here. Mazraoui is technically secure on the ball with both feet. He dribbles well out of pressure. His game understanding impresses teammates and coaches. Let's stop there for a second. I agree with all of that. In terms of, I will say, football's played up here. He has football intelligence. He can do all of these things. That's all true. Let's read on. Man United knew they were getting a good player, but have been surprised at how agile and aggressive the Dutch-born Moroccan has been. He's quite popular with his team. No, he's quite popular with his team. Oh, he's quiet, popular with his teammates, respectful and unassuming. Okay, I don't really care about his. Okay, fair enough. Cool. They trust him with the ball because he's technically secure. That's great. And know that he'll be calm when they pass to him. All right. This is a propaganda piece for Martinez to push him, to get him in a space, to remind us how good he is and all these things. Sometimes I always have to ask myself, why does this tweet even exist? What is the purpose of this? Why are we saying this? What's going on here? But the best signing we have made in recent years. That is the takeaway. Do you guys agree with that? I will say this though. I will say this. According to how much we spent on him, I think you can say that. Because I'm pretty sure it was what, £15 million? 12, 15 million pounds or something from Bayern Munich, right? We've got, and how old is he? 26, 27? So if you even include the fact that he was cheap, you're not getting a player like that for £15 million again. So if you consider how little we paid for the quality of him as well, I think you could argue in recent years, he's been the best signing. I mean, Lenny Euro, and all of these guys have come in, but we spent 60 million. Let's not forget, as much as we are saying Lenny Euro is one for the future and how amazing he is, we kind of should be expecting that. We spent £60 million on Lenny Euro. He wasn't cheap. This guy, we found some pennies in the back of the car. We found some coins and we dashed them at Bayern and they gave us this guy. So it is what it is, guys. I like Mazraoui. I just don't want Mazraoui as a wing back. I don't think his profile is wing back. But Ten Hag played him as a number 10. Ten Hag also played him in central midfield. Don't forget that. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen to him when he is fit? I think when he's fit, he plays right centre back. You move Lenny Euro back to the left centre back role where we saw him last season really play well. So you have Lenny Euro left centre back, De Ligt centre back, Mazraoui right centre back. I think that's probably our strongest back three, in my humble opinion. But as usual, chat, you know, I want to hear your opinions. I think that's it, guys. I think that's most of the talk, most of the news coming out from the press conference reaction of the manager. People now coming out, tweeting things, giving their opinions. We know who's injured, who's not injured. You kind of have an idea who may start, who might not start. We are 2 days away from the game, people. And we will be watching that game together here on this channel as usual, guys. Big everyone up. I don't know why this is on my screen. All right, Bobby Van Persie. Cool. Quickly read the chat. I'm done. TK said he's done. He's done simming. My bitch bulldog said Martinez looks confused. Why the bike not moving? TK says Lissandro is like the character Elijah from the movie Unbreakable. Wingback Sancho? What does that mean? BB? Oh, what about Sancho? Oh. You fish. British Bulldog, you fish. TK, I'd put Euro signing ahead of Maz. Yeah. But I understand how you could look at it. If you're looking at it as, you know, quality for money and all these things, you know, you can make an argument for Martinez. I mean, for Mazraoui for sure. TK. But yeah, I might do that as well. TK, put Euro ahead of Mazraoui. Shivam says, what today's manager lack compared to Sir Alex? Okay. It's quite interesting, yeah. I think, yeah, when it comes to Sir Alex, we remove too much context. Alex Ferguson is an amazing manager, but I feel like with Sir Alex, we forget what it was like then. We forget the fact that Man United back then had all the money. We didn't have any competition like we do now. We had all the power, no competition like we had now. Like, we forget what Ferguson could do. Ferguson could get all the best players from other teams very easily and build a team. We can't do that now. So I could spend a lot of time talking about Ferguson's qualities. Ferguson's a lot more intelligent, yeah, than people give him credit for. Yes, I always talk about the fact that Fergie had Rene Mulstein, he had Carlos Queiroz. He always made sure he surrounded himself with really intelligent people. When football changed from 4-4-2 to 4-3-3, he hired Carlos Queiroz to implement this 4-3-3 system, this continental European system, so Rooney, Ronaldo and Tevez could flourish. He didn't do it himself. He hired Carlos Queiroz. Carlos Queiroz also helped, Portuguese guy, brought over Nani, brought over Anderson, brought over some international dudes. So Fergie also surrounded himself with quality coaches that adapted during the times. I said Fergie was a manager that adapted. 25 years, you have to adapt, bro. You can't keep the same. So he's very intelligent man. And one thing that he lacks, the one thing he has over all of these new coaches is that he's human. When I told you about these quirky, these kinky, listen, I'm autistic, so I can say this. When I tell you about all these kinky neurodivergent coaches like Ten Hag who have no personality, and some of these coaches can't connect with a footballer. Listen, football is a physical sport. Like, you have to be in the mood to run. You have to be encouraged. You have to drag something out of somebody inside of them to do these things. I can go to work all day and just go through the motions and just go tapping my keyboards, write my reports, half asleep, high. I can probably still do it. You can't do that when playing football. You have to be at 100% all the time. Fergie has the ability to treat people differently. Treat Cantona differently how he treats this player. Find out how to get the best out of Nani. How does Nani react to certain situations? Fergie essentially was a really good psychologist. And I always tell you guys, football is played up here. Fergie got the best out of his team, not by tactics. The tactics, Carlos Queiroz, Rene Milstein, you do that. Fergie connected with these guys on a personal level, bro. He knew what to say to Nani. He knew what to say to Rooney. He knew his players. These modern coaches don't care about these players. All they care is about their system. My system. Get this player to play my system. System. Fergie's like, bro, fuck system. Run your socks off. Give me your all. Look me in my eyes and give me your all. That's why I liked Fergie. Fergie wasn't perfect, you know. He wasn't perfect, but what a legend of a manager, bro. Was he the best coach? No. Wenger was more of a coach than Fergie was. He was. But Fergie was a good man manager. Good man manager. He knew when to put his arm around you, and he knew when to give you a flipping Ryuken Ken Shoryuken uppercut. He knew. You know, and that is what I liked about Sir Alex, bro. What a legend. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant, but it is what it is. Let me see what the chat is saying. So yeah, sorry, Shivam, you asked me a question, bro, and I gave you. Listen, I could keep talking, and I could give you even longer answer. I think you kind of know me by now. I can go as deep as you want me to be, or surface level if you want, bro. I think the best signing is heaven, just 1 mil. See, people use the word best. Best could mean best value for money. Best could mean, in terms of objectively, he is the better footballer. So, depends how you interpret the word best. Yeah, SAF had the respect and the fear of players. Yeah, father figure. Yeah. TK's right about that. Another big issue today is social media. Yes, TK. The players, as much as you want to be like, don't be soft, don't look at social media, bro. The world is on social media now. The world is all electronic. Most people live their lives online. You can't escape online. If you are getting bashed online, you'll find out. It will affect you. It will. No matter who you are. No matter who you are. And these players back then, they never had to worry about that. All they had to worry about was maybe newspapers. And that was it. It's different. Not true, said British Bulldog. Way off. Goldbridge covered this recently. What was way off, BB? 4 or 5 clubs spent more than us in that time. But Sir Alex did not win for the first 6-7 seasons. After that, he never stopped. We had Blackburn, Chelsea, Newcastle all spent big, says British Bulldog. 4 years, and it was way different then. After that, SCF didn't finish lower than 3rd. Other than that, Wiz is 100% spot on, says British Bulldog. Arsenal were also a massive, Arsenal were, it depends how you're looking at it. Because if you're looking at right at the start of his career, before he started winning, yeah. But from when he started winning, I guess, is one way to look at it. But I would say Arsenal were main rivals for most of his time, for most of Fergie's time. And then Chelsea got bought. Then Chelsea started doing their thing with Mourinho and whatnot. And then Man City started doing their thing as well towards the end. All right, guys. Okay, I think that is the show. Big up the chat. Big up the chisel for shizzle. Tomorrow, I might watch one of those games tomorrow. I might either watch the Arsenal game or maybe the 5:30 game. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but of course, we will be here at 4:30 for the Man City game. Before you go, I don't know, let's leave you with this. It is what it is. I think Mazraoui needs to just shave it all off bald. I don't know why there's still hair there. Get it all off, bro, so it can be shiny. What the hell, bro? That's a level 1. No, we don't do level 1s, bro. We just all off. Take it all off. Yeah, guys, man. Nice one, guys. Hope you enjoy your Friday. Get yourself a drink. Do what you need to do. Enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy your life, because if you've worked hard during this week, like I have, Fridays, listen, just relax yourself, put your feet up, and do your thing, bro. Big up the chat. It's always a blessing to spend some time with the chat. A nice, good show. I'm excited, guys. I ain't gonna lie. But I just hope that I hope my bubble doesn't get burst on Sunday. If we lose on Sunday, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I might end the stream early. That's what I do, though. I don't know why I've psyched myself up so much for the game. I should do what TK says. But I can't do what TK says. I can't do it. I want to slap. We need to punch these guys up. I need to see someone's nose bleed, metaphorically. You know? So let's do it. Mainz did get back saved, didn't he? Mainz was already at home, bro. Oh, gonna put this out there. Without Mainz, we are a Fergie era well-oiled machine. Just Mainz is chaos, bro. Like I said at the beginning of the show, me and Mainz are different, bro. Maybe that's why I feel like it could work, because I'm structured. You know me, I'm very structured. I'm like, maybe it's my autism. I can be very, but Mainz is just like, Mainz is ADHD on steroids, bro. It's just like, bro, I was convinced man was tipsy. I was convinced. I said, bro, are you high? Why are you speaking? Are you high, bro? Listen, let's just say Mainz is different. And I like people who are different. I don't mind. I'm different. So, yeah, Mainz he's a very unique character. Very unique character. He's very unstable human being. And Mainz scares me. Mainz scares me because you know when you got somebody, or when you know somebody and you're never quite 100% sure what they're gonna say. So you're always kind of not on edge, but he's like, oh, this guy is so chaotic, yeah. He's gonna say like the wildest thing, and I can't do anything about it. That's what Mainz is. I don't know, bruv. Mainz is just different. He's just a different guy. What else can I say? Politely, Mainz is just unique. I'll leave it as that, you know, in the most polite way. Mainz is like that cat on the pillow that came to life and you can't control it inside the house. I was just worried about the laptop falling on him, bro. I'm glad you guys felt it, bro. And I'll try to have a structured conversation with Mainz, but Mainz was just all over the gaff. I was like, raw, you weren't like this last week. Have you been drinking, bro? Tell me. My gosh. But if it makes for good, you know, maybe I need to relax during the shows a little bit and just take it a bit more easy and not be so anal. And maybe reach Mainz, because Mainz is just so relaxed and man's saying certain jokes that he shouldn't be saying. Maybe I need to be relaxed a bit more and not be so uptight. Maybe it's me. Maybe it is me, people. But big up the chat. Big up you guys, always. Excellent conversation. Fantasy Premier League code is on screen, as always. Jump in the league. If you ever see Mazraoui, kiss his head for me. You know, kiss Mazraoui's head, because even though it's not shiny bald, he's made an effort to be like Mbeumo, and that's what it matters. So big up the chat. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend, and I will see you guys. I mean, if there's any breaking news tomorrow, I'll go live, or if I decide to watch one of the games, I'll do a watch along. But see you guys on Sunday. Big up, guys.